Hello and welcome to the Secret Wealth Project. It's my second video I'm doing today to make up for the fact that I didn't make one yesterday. Right, so my last video was about how I'm probably going to turn off the vast majority of my repricing. I've already turned off a Peagle. Any repricing I'm going to be doing is probably going to be through Amazon's own repricer. So I noticed in one of the Facebook groups earlier that somebody asked, how do you use Amazon's own repricer? Now, it's really easy. It's very self-explanatory and it's a doddle. So you'll pick it up really easy by having a click around. But I figured if someone's asked the question, then other people must be wondering it. So to try and be as helpful as I can be, I thought I'd run you through the very basics of it. Again, it's not the most advanced pieces of software, but I think there's some elegance in its simplicity, and I think that's partly the reason why I like it, because it is kind of simple. It does the basic things very well. Is there added functionality you could get elsewhere? Yeah, absolutely. But is it worth paying for? That's arguable. I tend to think not. So anyway, without further ado, I'll run through this Amazon's own free repricer. So you find it by going up to pricing up there and automate pricing, which brings you to this screen here. Okay, so over on the right, you can learn more here. As you can see, it's in beta, so it's probably going to get improved over time. And improved could mean Amazon try and charge for it, but I don't think they will. In the FAQ, it mentions that it's included in the price of the professional selling plan. So again, you've got to be a professional seller, but as part of your, I can't remember how much it costs right now, but as part of your money you pay every month to sell on Amazon, it's included in that, which I think is absolutely fair deal. Okay, so first thing you do is you come over here and you click create a new pricing rule. Okay, you get to this page. So you can try and get advanced with it, but this is literally what I would do if I was you. This is how I would use this repricer. I wouldn't get any more complicated. This is as tough as it gets, right? You enter a name that will help you identify this rule later. Match buy box. So I'm going to call it looks like I've already called on that. Isn't that strange? Match buy box. I'll call it number 2 just so it works, just in case it throws up an error if I don't, because I've already got one called match buy box probably. So match buy box, price you want to compare to, you can have it compared to the lowest price, or you can have it compared to the buy box price. Now I like the idea of comparing to the buy box price because let's say you've got 3 sellers on a listing, right? One's an MF seller for stupid money. They're probably drop shipping it from somewhere they've not even got one, so ignore them. And then you've got, say, one FBA seller and one MF seller that are quite competitively priced, right? If the MF seller is selling at £20 and the FBA seller is selling at £20, then probably more than 9 times out of 10, the FBA seller is going to take the majority of the buy box action, just how it is. As I revealed in a recent or earlier video, the FBA sellers can basically put price. At the time of my testing, it was 13.7%. It was a little bit more than that, but 13.7% or 13.7% more expensive than the MF seller, and they'll take the buy box from them. That's what I've seen in my testing. Again, these things can change. Maybe if someone from Amazon sees this video, not that I'm important enough yet to see it, but if they see it, they might go, right, I'm going to tweak the algorithm. Probably not. They've got better things to do. But yeah, if you're an FBA seller, you can basically sell for 13.7% more than an MF seller. But why it matters with this repricer is, obviously, if you're comparing your price against the buy box, then you're comparing it against the current person that's most eligible to sell that product. So if it's an MF seller that you're comparing against, then fair enough. If they've got the buy box, then it'll be an MF seller. If it's an FBA seller, then they've got the buy box. But basically, this for me, this is the best catch-all generic setting you probably want to have it on. You want it compared to buy box price. Right, then what you can do here is you can stay below buy box by a specified amount, so you could be the cheapest. If you want to do the penny repricing, guys, this is what you do. And by the way, I don't recommend this. In fact, I actively suggest you don't do this. Match pricing is better for everybody. It's better for you. It's better for me. It's better for every third-party seller on Amazon, right? The winners from penny under repricing are not you and me. They're not. If you think they are, then you need to rethink your strategy, because they're not. 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, it's a mistake to do the penny under repricing thing. It just absolutely decimates margins for all involved. And it's basically two pieces of software when their repricer and your repricer start fighting it out. Two pieces of software just destroying all margins until someone, like the game of chicken, till someone just goes, no, I'm scared of that. I'm done. And it hits a minimum, and then wow, they sell the product. They get the buy box. Well done, you just made 25 pence on your product. It's madness. So always match price. But if you did want to do the penny under repricing with Amazon, then you do it like this. You go, stay below the buy box by a specified amount, and then you'd put that amount in here. So in this case, because it's the UK thing, you can see I've tested it, 0.01. And that, or 0.02 if you wanted, or whatever you want it to be. Something I should mention is that Amazon doesn't work like other repricers. If two repricers are fighting against each other, and again, this is as I understand it at the time of making this video, but if two sellers are using Amazon's own free repricer, and let's say your current buy box price is £20, and you're okay with it repricing down to say £10, which would be maniac. But let's say you both say your minimum's £10 and you want to beat each other by a penny to the buy box. It won't do what other repricers do, which is it won't go right. The seller, let's pretend this is seller 1, this is seller 2. Okay, seller 1 is at £20, seller 2 is at £20. Seller 1 wants to go to £19.99. Seller 2 would go to £19.98. Seller 1 would go to £19.97. That's what a penny under repricer does traditionally. But the difference with Amazon is if you're both using Amazon, their free repricer, and you're doing the penny under repricing, Amazon won't do the you 1 pence, you 1 pence, you 1 pence cheaper, you 1 pence cheaper. It will literally just go, right, so your minimum price is 10, your minimum price is 10. Okay, we're going to skip all the in-between bits. We're not going to do the 1999, 1998, 1997. We're just going to go, boom, 10. And it will literally do the £10 jump like that. So you could see that as a disadvantage or an advantage of using Amazon. If you're one of the penny under repricer guys, obviously there's a lot of advantage to letting it tick down slowly because your margins are maintained for longer. But like I always say, it's a mistake to do that penny under repricing thing anyway. So you don't want to be doing that. It's a mistake, just simple as. So that only really affects those people. When it comes to match pricing, then Amazon's repricer will pretty much work like most others, I imagine. It just literally goes, if your current price is £20 and the buy box price is £18, Amazon will just go, okay, we'll make you £18 as well, and just lower your price to that. Well, in my testing, I've noticed that Amazon is not so quick to up the price, but I've not tested it really carefully, and maybe with feedback, Amazon might change that because at the end of the day, the sellers aren't doing it for a laugh. They do want to maintain margins, but you must remember, Amazon care about their customers probably more than you as a seller. In fact, definitely more than you as a seller. So they're not interested in really increasing your price. You know, they're only interested in decreasing your price. So you might have to do some mild intervention at times. But in my testing, it's not usually a problem. You set your minimum price, do match pricing, and you'll be happy with the results from Amazon's own repricer. So back to what you're going to do. Match buy box price. So price you want to compare to buy box, pricing action you want us to take, you want to match the buy box price. Now if you want to, you can stay above the buy box price. There might be circumstances where you'd want to do that. maybe you do want some up action, and obviously, let's say you know that some seller is going to sell out soon. You want to stay X pounds or X percent above them, so that if they do sell out, then at that point you'll be the higher price. Maybe that's a strategy. Maybe that's worth looking at for that reason if it works like that. Again, I've not tested that, so really I'm just kind of guessing at this point. But what I have tested plenty of is match the buy box price. So you want to match the buy box price, and then what should we compare your offers to? All offers for the same ASIN and condition. Now, if you're an FBA seller, you don't really want to be selecting this one, because what's going to happen is, let's say your FBA price is £20 and the MF seller's price is £15. You don't really want to be pricing at £15 if you're an FBA seller, because you can charge 13.7% more than the MF seller and still take the buy box offer most of the time. So if you see what I mean. So you don't really want to be matching price with MF sellers. You only really want to be matching price with other FBA sellers or potentially Amazon or whatever. So all offers for the same ASIN and condition is not what you want. You want to click specific types of offers. Only offers with the same fulfillment method. So that would be, for example, FBA. Boom. Okay. Only offers from other FBA party sellers. Now, I'm not 100% sure on and I've not had this clarified by anyone as to exactly what this sentence means here, but as I understand it, I'm guessing that would mean you wouldn't match Amazon with their price if you've got that ticked. So, rule summary, match the buy box price when offers are in the same fulfillment channel and sold by other third-party sellers. So, I imagine if you don't want to match Amazon on price, you keep that one ticked. If you do want to match them on price, then only offers with the same fulfillment method. Now that's as I understand it. I might have that wrong. If someone wants to correct me, please correct me down in the comments. I'm by no means an expert. I have used this quite extensively, but I've just used it in a very simplistic way. And like I say, I like its elegant simplicity. So yeah, tick that. You can tick that as well. I think when I've been matching, my rule does include only offers from other third-party sellers. But again, this might not be a set and forget thing, but I don't think any repricer should. The amount of times I've come in to just check a random product and seen what a repricer's done, whether it's a paid-for one, and I have tested the main big ones, but whether it's a paid-for one or a free one, and I've looked at it and thought, why has it done that? If only it had like a bit of artificial intelligence or a human's brain, it would know that was a bit of a mistake. So you probably do want to intervene at times, but mostly you can kind of set and forget it. So all you do then is you save and select SKUs, and it goes through to this page. Now I'm going to blur these out in post-production, so I've got to edit this one. I don't really like editing my videos because I just like to get them done, send them up there, raw, real, no kind of cuts, but very occasionally I do have to edit them. Obviously, to cover up my stock and stuff, I'm gonna edit this one. But basically, you probably see some blur if I can make the editing software blur. If not, I don't know what I'll put on there, but I'll do something. But yeah, basically, all you do then is you add listings to your pricing rule. So you've got image over on the left, product name and ASIN. You've got rule name just here when you've assigned it to something. You've got the SKU name, your price plus shipping, minimum price, maximum price, and start repricing. So all you do, you take the first product and you look at how much you paid for it. Let's say you paid £10 for it, and the minimum you want to sell it for is £23. So you actually literally enter £23. Now here's a little tip for you if you are using a repricer. I mean, it's kind of an obvious tip, but what happens is you don't want to lose out to these idiots that are using penny repricers, especially when it's just a few pence. So if they want to start the war, let them start the war and don't join in, but you should still probably match them so you don't let them win for having that penny cheaper. So in this case, if I was thinking my minimum price is going to be £23, I would probably set my repricer at 22. Now you could do 22.99, but a lot of people are going to come in at 22.99 even when they're not using a repricer. So you could do 22.97, but again, that's a pretty standard price, at least in internet marketing circles. Retail don't usually do many sevens, but I know online marketers do, and again, you're competing against other online marketers, so they do like to think in sevens. Obviously, fives a very normal retail price, so $22.95. Now, this is where you'd match normal people's prices, but you kind of want to beat them to that, so you might want to set it at $22.93. Beyond that, when they go cheaper than that, leave them to it. Let them have it. Then they sell out, and then you'll sell out yours a little bit later on. But yeah, if you want to set your minimum price at 23, that's my biggest tip. Don't set it at 23. Set it at 22.94 or 22.93. It's 7 pence, but it means when them penny repricer idiots come in, you still have some time of matching them before they drop off the map and start fighting between each other for their pennies profit. Maximum price, I wouldn't go crazy with this. I wouldn't set a product you was happy selling for £25, say in this example. I wouldn't set the maximum price at like £125 because it's ridiculous. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You can do, but it's ridiculous. So I would set it at, I don't know, something fair. Let's say if everyone sold out and you're the last person with it, but you don't want them to return it after Christmas because they look at it and go, Mom, why did you pay 75 quid for something that's £10 in Argos? You don't want that. You kind of want them to go, well, maybe I paid a little bit too much, but there was no one else had it, so that's fine, as long as you're happy, Jim. So maybe you price it at $32.99, maybe you price it at $34.99, add a bit on, but don't be ridiculous. And then action, all you do, once you put your top price in there, say 35. In fact, I'm going to change this just in case I forget. I'll go with this. So let's say your maximum price is 35. You don't really need to do the $34.99 thing with the maximum price. It is what it is. Usually it's kind of a ridiculously high price anyway, but it might be good practice to do $34.99 or whatever. And then you just literally click start repricing, and that's it. Pricing is now automated. So that's it. That's all you've got to do, guys. That's as simple as it gets. And as you know from paid repricers, they tend to trigger Amazon's own kind of low and high pricing error. I don't know if you guys have had that, but if you're say Apigo or one of the other repricers does something silly like increases your price to 4 times its current price or something like that, Amazon can sometimes trip out and go pricing error, fix pricing errors, and then you don't know, but your item's not for sale at that point until you fix the pricing errors, and it can get annoying if you've got a lot of SKUs and it keeps doing it. I've noticed that this doesn't do that, doesn't seem to annoy me like the others do, so I can't remember if it trips out a little bit or not as much or whatever, but I mean, I've not been using this for a few weeks, so I've kind of forgot exactly how it works, but it's as easy as that, guys. You set up a rule, you click match pricing, match the buy box, FBA sellers only, or whatever you decide to do with all that stuff. Then you come through to here, and then you literally put your minimum pricing of your product, the least you're willing to sell it at. And again, Christmas is coming, guys, so don't sell yourself short. Most toys, for example, are going to sell anyway, as long as you're not ridiculous about your price, and they are toys that would sell at other times of the year, they're probably going to sell. So just be a little bit more patient than maybe you would a few months ago and try and maintain your prices, but don't make this minimum price ridiculous. Think about your margins. Think about the fact that, you might take another week or two to sell it, but if it sells and sells at good money, then that's what we want. We want profit. Sales are vanity. What do they say? Turnover's vanity, profit's sanity. So true. The amount of people, gurus, I've seen going, look at my £100,000 worth of sales. And then when you actually look into what they've done, it's like, after you've paid the VAT, man, and paid your cost of goods and paid for your VAs and paid for returns and you're sending in fees and polybagging and prep fees and put some dinner on your table, there's nothing left, Great, it looks great to sell your coaching with your massive sales figures, but it's not so good when your accountant goes, hang on, you sold £1 million worth of stock this year and your profit is £3.87. Do you know what I mean? We don't want that. So at this time of year, when demand's going to be higher than supply for a lot of products, you want to be maintaining margins. But yeah, that's it. So you set your minimum price, maximum price, click stop, repricing, boom, you're done. It's as simple as that. And you can either set it and forget it, or you can just have a little glance every now and again, see how things are going. You might find you want to tweak things to make more money, or have a play around with the rules. Just because I match buy box might mean you don't want to. You know, you might feel like different rules apply to different products. So you might want to be more aggressive on some products, less aggressive on others. You know, so but that's all your choice. It's your business. It's your choice. You've got to do what's right for you. So I hope this video was helpful and it's shown you how to use the Amazon Repricer. Again, I want to reiterate, it's my favoured one. It's not the most feature packed. It's not any of those kind of advanced things. But what the other repricers offer for the extra money, I'm not sure it will make sense for a lot of people. So even if you decide to move up to a repricer or move on to a repricer, paid repricer at some point, don't feel you have to. You can experience what a repricer does with Amazon, and if it gets frustrating and you can't do something and you want to do it, then by all means look at some paid for repricers. I am not anti-repricer. In the right circumstance, repricers are absolutely necessary, but probably not less than you think. And now Amazon's got it built in, you don't need to go nuts. You know, it's got some good basic functionality that will help probably 99% of people do it for free or as part of your selling plan. I'm losing my voice again, done lots of talking, it's a long video. I want to thank you if you've stayed with me this long and you've watched the whole video. Please click like. It'll have taken, after editing, it probably took me an hour or two of my life to do this video, but it takes you a second to just click like, but it makes all the difference to me. So please click like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Again, I hope you'll agree, I just pour my heart out here. Any secrets I discover, anything I figure out, I just give it to you guys for free on this channel. This channel is not about making me money. Right now, my YouTube ad revenue is 7 cents, and I've not received a single affiliate commission off anyone, even though some people have said they've signed up under my links. I'm not showing any paid or payable commissions. So I don't want you to think that my motivation is anything other than just providing massive value. Hey, I'm going to be straight with you. I want to grow this channel into a massive channel. You know, I want 100,000 subscribers plus if I can. And because I really love doing these videos. I absolutely love it. So if I can do that, that'd be fantastic. And if you guys can help me by sharing stuff, liking stuff, subscribing, then that's fantastic. But either way, I hope you got some kind of value from this video. And yeah, try it out or don't. It's up to you. But yeah, I'll stop rambling. I'll stop chatting. Have a great day or great evening whenever you're watching this. This has been the Secret Wealth Project. I'm Matt. I will speak to you next time. Thank you and bye.